Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is April, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of nothing new fall time edition. I am going to be doing a fall time look. This is what the look turned out. Overall, I think it's nice, but it's not my favorite. If I sound a little bit all over the place in today's video, it's because I haven't filmed in a really long time, and to be honest, I wasn't feeling good today either. But I just forced myself to film. I was like, you know, April, you have the time, just go ahead and film, get through it, and I did. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do though, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Now let's go ahead and get into this fall time look. Okay, let's get started. If you hear background noise, the TV's on in the living room, and then you might hear cars, so there's nothing I could do about that. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with complexion, and then we'll go to eyes. So for primer, I do want to use this Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops Pore Refining Plus Blurring Serum. That is such a long name. This is what it looks like. I remember not loving this just because I felt like it didn't really do anything for me. It's just another skincare product in my opinion, but we're gonna try it out again today because, like I said, it's been a while since I've tried a lot of these products out. And then that's what it looks like. It just looks like almost like a lotion. And then I'm just gonna get it between my fingers and go ahead and put it mainly in my T-zone, and then whatever I have left, I'll work it on the rest of my face. I was gonna put another product before I put on primer, but I feel like I have enough skincare on, and I didn't want my face to peel or for my face to look greasy or anything like that. I was gonna put on this e.l.f. Stay Cool primer stick, but I did put on the Tatcha Dewy cream, I think, whatever it's called. I love that moisturizer, especially right now since we're getting into the winter time. But yeah, so this primer, I mean, I don't see it doing anything for me. It doesn't make my pores look any smaller. If anything, maybe my face does look a little bit smoother, but that's about it. Luckily, I don't see any peeling. I don't think. I thought I felt something, but no. My skin has been doing really good, but I am starting to get a little bit of breakouts, like one right here and then one on my nose. But other than that, my skin has been doing really good, and I think I've mentioned this before in another video. I've been using the it's called the Milk Skin Toner Light. I'm looking right at it, and I love it. Let me just show you real quick. Like, I'm flying through this, so that has really helped out my skin. For foundation, I do want to use this Uma by Sharon C Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. It just looks like this. Now, I'm not sure if you could still get this brand. This was a brand at Walmart. I haven't been to Walmart in a while, so I don't know if you could still get it, but all the products that I use in today's video, if I can find links for it, I will link it down in the description box. But this is a medium to full coverage, long-lasting, transfer-proof with a soft, radiant, natural finish. This skin perfecting balm is supercharged with skincare ingredients to cater for your specific skin needs, making it the perfect makeup / skincare hybrid. Okay, so another skincare product. I don't know how my skin is gonna react to all this skincare, but we're gonna try it. I am more of a oily to combo skin type. I do get oily in my T-zone, and then everywhere else is either normal or dry. It just depends mainly on the season or like what I put on my skin. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead, like I said, use this foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and pump some out on the top of the cap. That is one. Ooh, this looks pretty runny. Let me hold on, let me do that again. Let me shake this. Okay, I shake the bottle more. I feel like I didn't shake it enough because when I pumped it out the first time, it looked oily almost. Now that I've shaken the bottle up better, it doesn't look like that anymore. So that is what the color looks like. It is pretty runny, but not too bad. I don't know how many pumps. I think I used one pump previous. This time I did do 2 pumps. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to get my finger in some of the product, and then I'm just going to dot a few dots on my skin just because I don't want to put too much. And then that should be good like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put some on the neck. I will do one side so that way you guys can see what it looks like, but that should be good. And then let me go ahead and blend it out. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 brush, and I'm just going to pounce it. This is with one side looks like. I'm not, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and just whatever's left over. I was going to say I'm not going to put no foundation on my eyelids, but I'll just use whatever's left. And this is what one side is looking like, and then this is with no product. My redness, I usually have a lot of redness right here in my nose and then on top of my cheeks. Will say with just that little bit of product that I have, this did give me a good medium coverage. I bet if I put more on though, I would be able to build it up a little bit more. I'm not sure. Let me just go ahead and put a little bit more, like right here where I can still see some redness peeking through, and then I'll just, like I said, press it in. Sorry if I'm like going like that. It's just a bad habit when I sit. I need to learn how to sit up straight. But yeah, so okay, yeah, that did give me a little bit more coverage, and I think you could tell on the camera that it did give me some more coverage in that little bit of area that I put the foundation in. But yeah, so far so good. So let me go ahead and put some on the other side. Okay, foundation is on, and this is what it's looking like. Now I did go ahead and I built it up a little bit more in places that I needed to. So like I did put a little bit more on my nose, my forehead, right here, and the apples of my cheek. So far I do like the way it looks. Like I said, it is a medium buildable coverage foundation. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that. So let's go ahead and move on to concealer. I did pull this Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken Caffeine plus Vitamin C 24-hour 5-in-1 corrector. It says 005 is the shade. So I guess you could use it as a corrector and as a concealer. It originally had a poof on the top, but I took that poof out just because it looked disgusting. So I'm just going to put some in the back of my hand, maybe just like a dot like that. I remember this being pretty good coverage, like pretty full coverage, so that's why I don't want to put too much on my underneath my eyes. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and get a brush. Sorry, I feel like I moved the camera. Hold on. Okay, fixed it. And then I'm just gonna, same thing like I did with the foundation, I'm just gonna dab my finger in there, and I'm just gonna focus it mainly in the inner corner just because I do have a lot of darkness right there. And then just like that, you see, I barely put anything, and then whatever's left on my finger, I'll just put it at the end like that. And then I'll go ahead and I'll use a brush and just blend it out with the brush. Now normally I would have let this sit on my skin, but I'm not today. I'm just gonna blend it right away. Feel like I liked it better before. I'm not really loving it right now just because I feel like I could still see quite a bit of darkness in the inner corner. It doesn't look too bad on camera, but sorry guys, in person, like I said, I definitely could see some darkness. So I'm gonna try to see if I could put a little bit more. I feel like that's too much, but I just want to see if I could get rid of that. And I feel like I did with a little bit more, so that is good. And I don't think it looks cakey right now, but we will see. Okay, yeah, that looks way better. So just putting on a little bit more made it cover the darkness in the inner corner. But that doesn't look bad. That looks pretty good actually. I bet you if I would have let this concealer sit a little bit longer on underneath my eyes, I probably would have got a little bit better coverage without having to go in with more product. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I was able to build it up just a little bit more without it looking cakey or anything like that. But yeah, so far so good. Now that it's drying a little bit, it looks a little dry in the inner corner. Interesting. So a lot of these products that I pulled out, I remember for the majority, I remember liking them, but this concealer, I don't know. The foundation I like, but this concealer, I'm like, it looked good at first, but now as it's drying down, it's starting to look a little dry on my under eyes. But that is what it looks like. I mean, on camera it doesn't look bad, but in person I feel like I could still see some darkness peeking through, and it looks a little bit dry in the inner corner, but not bad. So what I'm gonna do is whatever's left over on the back of my hand, I'm just gonna tap some on my chin, on my nose, and then on my forehead, just a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. Okay, foundation and concealer is on. I will say I do like the way the foundation looks, but the concealer, it looks a little bit crepey in my inner corners. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm not loving that, but it doesn't look horrible. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. I am going to cream bronze. I pulled out this Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Medium. It's been a hot minute since I've used this, so we're gonna go ahead and use it today. And I feel like mine's is broken because it's hard to get product up. I just want to hurry up and be done with this already. I'm not sure if I would repurchase this again. I like the product itself, but the component, like the packaging, I don't love it. So that's the only thing that I don't love about this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use maybe the same brush. Yeah, I'm going to use the same foundation brush that I used earlier, and then I'm just going to go ahead and get some product on the brush. I'm just going to make sure I coat it evenly, just so that way it's on the brush nice and evenly. And then go ahead and just tap it in my skin. Ooh, why does it look so much on camera, but in person it doesn't look like I have anything on my skin? I'll go ahead and I'll fix that with another brush. But it looks like a lot on camera. That's weird. That's what it looks like. I'll just get my concealer brush and just, since I used the foundation brush as the bronzer brush, I'll just use this. Sorry guys, there was something loud outside. I'm gonna go directly on to my skin. Let's just see what happens. Because to be honest, I don't like the way that went on with the brush when I swiped it on the brush. So let's just put it directly onto my skin and see what happens. And I'll do right here on the chin. And then let's see if I could blend this out. Maybe I used too big of a brush. Yeah, I see, like it's kind of hard to blend it out when I put it directly on my skin like that. I'm kind of having to cool. And I feel like I'm picking up the foundation. So let's try to press it. Yeah, I wouldn't put this product directly on your skin because it's harder that way to get it to work. But I mean, it doesn't look bad compared to how I did it on this side. I feel like I have more on this side. I don't know, I feel like this makeup by Mario is a little finicky. I don't love it as much as I used to love it. But anyways, that is what it's looking like. Let me go ahead and do the side of my forehead. I forgot to put some on here, and then underneath my lip. I did do one eye off camera just because I wanted to save some time, and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with the eye look, but this is how it turned out. I think it's okay. I've done better before, but I just wanted to go ahead and do something simple and easy, and this is what I came up with. I did use the NYX Professional Ultimate Warm Neutral palette. It just looks like this. It's not my favorite, but we're gonna go ahead and do this eye look on this side. I did do my eyebrows just because I wanted to save time, and plus eyebrows are boring and I need to get my eyebrows done so bad. So I just went ahead and I used the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. That's all I have on my eyebrows. Oh, and then I did go ahead and I used my favorite Gerard Cosmetics Eye Base Clean Canvas on my eyelid. And then for my inner waterline, I use the Essence Stay and Play Gel Liner in the shade 03 Silky Nude. And then for mascara on the top of my eyelashes, I use this one from Fenty Beauty. This is the Hella Thick Volumizing Mascara. I love this mascara. This reminds me almost of the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. To be honest, I should probably throw this out already because I've had it for a long time, but it's still working. It really works really good. And then for my bottom lashes, I used the Clio Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara Volume Curling Mascara. It just looks like this, but I will go ahead and I'll take you guys through how I got this eye look. So let me go ahead and prime this eye with my Gerard Cosmetics. I am going to set it with one of the eyeshadows in this palette. Actually, let me grab my phone because I am the worst at remembering stuff. I had to actually write it down on my phone what colors I used, because that's another thing with this palette is that there's no names in the back. It's just numbered. So it's numbered 1 through 16. Yes. So I wanted to go ahead and just remembered what I used. So I did go ahead and I set my eyeshadow primer with this one right here, number 1. And I just used a fluffy brush just to set it. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. And then I went ahead and I took this shade right here, number 10, and I packed it in my eye socket with this What's Up Beauty R106 brush. It's just a flat brush like this. I really enjoy this brush for packing. Refer has a brush similar to this, but I cannot find it. I don't know if it's dirty or if I lost it. I hope I did not lose it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pack this on my brush, and then I'm just going to pat it in my socket because I am going to blend it out with another color in the palette. But I just want to place this down because I do have hooded eyelids. So I start like kind of in the middle. I don't bring it all the way in. I'll put some in like in the inner corner, but I want to get the majority of the product out here first, just so that way it doesn't look too dark in the inner corners. If you do happen to get it in the inner corner like a dark color, we could always fix it, and I'll show you how, because I did have to fix this eye a little bit in the inner corner just because it was looking a little bit too dark. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and pat this shadow on my eyelid, and then now I could bring whatever's left on the brush in the inner part just a tad bit. Then this is the part where you're gonna probably have to go back and forth patting in that shade, just because we are gonna blend it but not too much. So just in case if you do blend it a little bit of it away, don't worry, just go back and tap it and then blend it with the brush that we're about to use. So I'm going to take this Refer number 15 brush. Hopefully that made sense. And I'm going to take this shade right here in the palette. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th shade. Yes, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my Refer brush, like I said, and just tap it in there. And then I'm going to just soften. See how it's kind of just packed on there? I want to go ahead and just soften the edges, and this is how we're gonna do that. And this is the part I'm talking about, if in case you blend away too much of that first shade, the lid color, don't worry, you could always go back in once you're done blending and just tap some more of that dark shade in where you need it. But yeah, trust me, you can fix it. I'm not the best when it comes to eyeshadow, so that's why you don't really see me put on eyeshadow on camera. And even outside of filming, I really don't use eyeshadows a lot, even though I have a ton of eyeshadow palette. I feel like I did blend away a little bit of that red color, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that brush that we used, and I'm gonna not get no extra product. I'm gonna just see if there's anything left on the brush that I could use, because I don't want my eyelid to be too dark, but I just don't want it to fade away all the way. So actually that looks pretty good. And then I'm not going to take no additional product on this brush that we were using to blend out, and I'm just going to blend out again. And don't worry if you got too much on top, we are going to go over that right now. But this is what it's gonna look like. And don't worry if it's messy right here, we're also going to fix that up. That is why I didn't put no powder underneath my eyes yet, because we are still using the concealer brush that I used earlier. Now I'm going to go in with my shimmer. I'm just going to use a flat brush like this. I think this is a concealer brush. Yeah, it's the Sigma F70 concealer brush, but I do like to use it for packing on my shimmers. So what I went ahead and I did is I started with this shade right here. It's number 11, and I just went ahead and I packed it on my brush, and then I did go ahead and I sprayed it just so that way I didn't get a lot of fallout, and because I want to make sure that I have good pigment when I put this on my eyelid. I don't really love drugstore eyeshadows, to be honest. Especially the shimmers, they don't really do anything for me. So that's why I like to spray my shimmer drugstore shimmers. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put this. I'm not going to put it all the way in because we are going to put another color in there. And I'm not going to put it all the way out here because I do want to put a darker color in the outer corner. So I'm going to start kind of like in the middle with this shade and just kind of like feather it out. Like I said, not too much at the end and not too much in the inner corner. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And it's okay if you do go in a little bit too much because we are going to put another color, and then I am going to blend it some more on the top once we have the shimmers. Now I'm going to flip the brush to the other side, and I'm going to take this shade right here. I think it's number 9. Yeah, number 9. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with this shade, and I'm going to put it in the inner corner. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know what I freaking did, but I did a major boo-boo. I don't remember what I did at the outer corner. So what I went ahead and I did is I just got this last shade right here and I just packed it in the outer corners. I forgot what brush I used. I still don't know what brush I used. I haven't looked back at the footage, but I just went ahead and like I said, I used that brush and it looks better. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take that red shade that we used to pack on earlier, and I'm going to take a little bit on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to put it in the eye socket. Sorry guys, just because I feel like we lost it a little bit. Just like that, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back in with the first brush that we used. No additional product, and just blend it. That is what it looks like, so that looks much better. I cannot believe I forgot what I did. I know what shades I used, but for the life of me, I cannot find that freaking brush. Anyways, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do, since I need to clean it up right here in the outer corner and then right here in the inner corner, I'm just going to get my concealer brush that we used earlier, and I'm just going to sweep it at the edges just so that way it doesn't look messy. And then I'm also going to do it right here. Like I said, no additional product, and I'm also going to do it in the brow bone. I'll fix my eyebrows again right now, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys. And boom, just like that. I actually like the way that looks. Let me fix my eyebrows real quick. Now with the What's Up Beauty pencil brush R101, I'm going to take this last shade right here, and I'm just going to put this on the lower lash line. If you felt like you brought it too far down, just pinch your concealer brush that you used and just fix it like that, or you could fix it with your finger. Okay guys, I did go ahead and I put mascara and then the colored pencil, well, the cream color in my waterline off camera. And then I did go ahead and I took this shade right here, number 2, and I did go ahead and I put it in my inner corner and in my brow bone, and this is what it looks like. I will say, now that it's on and done, I do like the way it looks. Is it my favorite? No, I feel like I could have did better, but it is what it is. This is what we're working with. I did pull out the Amiculi, I think that's how you say it. This is the Skin Melt Loose Powder, and I did go ahead and I grabbed a powder puff. I'm just going to use this today, and I'm going to put some on my cap. Open it. Oh shit, I broke it. Darn it. Okay, well, never mind. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to put it on the cap. I'm going to take my poof. First, I'm going to make sure that I have no creases in my under eyes, just because I don't want to set those creases. So I'm just gonna get my brush and go back and forth, and then I'm gonna take some of the product on my puff just like that, and then I'm gonna take my cap and I'm gonna just swirl what I have on my puff in the cap, so that way I can make sure it's in there evenly and it's not just setting on one specific area, but I kind of still feel like it is. So I'm gonna just go like this. Oh yeah, that's way better. Take some of that excess off and then do my under eyes first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just do the rest of my face, mainly my T-zone, because like I mentioned, that is where I get the most oily. Okay, powder is on, and I will say I'm not impressed with the Amiculi powder. I feel like my face looks a little dry in the center, but we'll try to fix that with setting spray. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not my favorite. So let's go ahead and put some more color into my skin. I did pull out this Flower Beauty Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunswept M1, and I have this Refer number 5 brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some and then bronze my skin. Okay, bronzer is on, and I'm not impressed with the bronzer either. There's a little bit of products that I have that I really liked today, but for the most part, the products that I used were just meh. So let's go ahead and put some blush on. I did pull out this Benefit blush. Just looks like this. This is in the color Pom Pom. I felt like this would go really good with the eye look. Again, that is what the color looks like. I'm going to use the Sigma large angled contour F40 brush, just like this, and I'm gonna get a little bit. I'm gonna try to be very careful with this, just because I don't want to get too much, because this is very, very pigmented. And just take whatever is left on the brush and tap it, and then put it on my cheeks. Pretty. I like the way this looks. Ooh, that's a pretty blush. Now you can't really tell on camera, so I'm gonna try to see if I could really show you guys what it looks like, because that is, oh yeah, that is pretty. I feel like, can you guys, it doesn't look like much, but I promise you guys on camera, I mean on in person, it looks really nice. And then I'm just gonna get a dual fiber brush, and I'm just gonna tap a little bit like this. I'm not gonna swipe or anything, just because even though on camera it doesn't look like I have a lot, in person I feel like I do. So I just want to make sure I tone it down just a tad bit. But oh, that looks beautiful. I love the way that looks. Okay, now let's go ahead and put on highlighter. For highlighter, I just went ahead and I pulled out this Ofra highlighter in the shade Rodeo Drive. As you can tell, I've hit major pan on it. I am trying to finish it up. It's been taking me a long time to try to use it up, but that is what I want to put on my face. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this Sigma F03 highlighter brush, and I'll go ahead and put this on as my highlighter. Before we finish with lips, I do want to set my face. I'm a little nervous to use this, but I have to use it. I have to try to use it up. I'm talking about the Milk Makeup. This is the Pore Eclipse Matte Setting Spray. It's so hard to read what it says because the writing is in black and the packaging is in black, but this is what it looks like. And the reason why I'm scared to use this is because the the nozzle, it doesn't work. Watch. See, it like shoots out, and I've tried to transfer the product into a different one and it still does the same thing. I have a feeling it's the formula. The formula is just a little bit too thick and milky, so that is why it does it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm still going to use this because, like I said, I need to finish it up, and then I'm just gonna use my puff. Actually, I'm gonna flip it over to the clean side, so that way when I spray my face, I could just get a clean puff and just make sure there's no like water droplets. Well, there's gonna be like spots. So let me go ahead and spray my face real quick. Okay, the setting spray is on. I don't like the way that went on my face. I don't know if I showed you guys my reaction when I sprayed my face, but I did have to go in with the puff and just make sure to smooth it out, make sure there was no spots on my face or anything like that, and there's not. But yeah, I don't like this way this is. This sucks, but I'm gonna try my best to finish that off. Now let's go ahead and finish with lips. So for lips, I did pull this MAC Spice lip liner out. I felt like this would go perfect with the lip color and as well as the eye look. So I have this, and then for lipstick, I did pull out another MAC lip product. This is the Powder Kiss lipstick in the shade Devoted to Chili. It's a little bit darker than the lip liner, but I feel like these two go really good together. That is what it looks like. So let me go ahead, let me line my lips, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of this on. I don't want it to be too pigmented. Like that's a little bit too pigmented for me, so I'm gonna see if I could like maybe dab it on, and then that will be the completed look. So let's go ahead and finish it off with lips. Okay guys, and here is the completed look. Now I will say the lips look more orange on camera and more opaque than it does in person. I don't love this lip product, to be honest, but I'm just gonna leave it because it does go with the eye look, but this isn't the lip color that I like, the combo that I was thinking that I wanted to use, that I had in mind basically. But overall, it is a pretty look. Do I love it? No. I will say the majority of the products I didn't love in today's video. I'm going to have to reevaluate these products that I have to see if maybe I just need to get rid of them and pass them on to somebody else who would get use out of it. But let me go ahead and tell you guys the products that I did like. The blush, I really do like the way it looks. It doesn't look like it's too much. It's really nice. The Ofra highlighter, of course, you already know I like. The foundation, I do like the way it looks. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look cakey or nothing like that. It looks smooth. To be honest, you guys, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I feel like this look looks better in person than it does on camera. I don't know why that is, but maybe it's just me, but this foundation, I do like it. The Gerard Cosmetics eye base, I really do like. The mascaras are really good, and then the eye gel eyeliner that I put in my waterline, I really do like. Everything else was just either meh or I didn't really like. That is it for me today, and I will catch you guys in my next video real soon. Bye.